Push it. Push it. Push the ball. Push it. Push it. Push the ball. Bring it here. Bring it here. Bring it here. Down here. Come. You can do it. Push 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 it. Good. Push it. Bring it. Bring me the ball. Bring it to me. Bring it here. Bring it. You can do it. Push it, boy. Push it. Push it. Push it. Get mad. Get that ball. Get that ball. Get mad at it. You can do it. You can do it. Push it. Push it. Push it. Almost. You almost here. You almost there. Good boy. You did it. You ready? One more time. Push it. Push it down. Bring it here. Hi, Capone, sweetheart. Bring it here. Bring it. You can do it. You can get up off your butt. You're doing like an elderly. I know you're old, but come on. Come on. Come on. Look at him sit down on me, Capone. Look how he just said he want me to come. He done got old and tired now. I remember when I first was filming him pushing it, he would get down, put it on his nose. He over there like, shh, look, you done sat down. Lazy butt. How you doing, hon? It's Friday. No, I'm not playing. Don't get mad. Who you talking to? Don't get mad because I ain't coming your way. You over there mad. Nope. We'll push it over here. Look what I got. Yay. Look what I got, Capone. I'm getting ready to get somebody out here. They're going to build, hold on, give me a second. They're going to build the wood around it. As you can see, my gazebo is down, so we got a new one on the way because it should have been taken down during the wintertime, but we didn't get to it before the snow came down, so it caved in, so now I got the hard top on its way. But, girl, I got this going in sometime, hopefully by next week. So when I get off work, I could take a dip in the air jet system of air jet solar spa. So, but I want to have a mini deck kind of build because of the grandkids, so I don't want them to poke no holes, in it. And gonna build around it. But I got that, y'all. Look at that. All for me. You say he reminds me so much of my baby girl. They do, don't they? I don't know why these little dogs' barks kind of be like hoarse. It's very hoarse. But he old. He want me to push the ball, and I ain't finna do all that. I just got off work. Ain't this nice, girl? I can't wait. And it's going. So I got this other new set over here. So then I got some people coming out. So they're gonna build. Or I think I'm just gonna put up really what was it? I think it's a 15-inch umbrella over here. So I got this going on because I just got that, right? So then I got new rug coming in. But then we're going to put the jacuzzi after we build the patio out just a little bit this way, kind of right up in here, girl. Now put an umbrella, or I might, I'm gonna find something to put the cover in, kind of over that. That'll be cool. So my flowers are not coming up. They're coming up, but they're slow. But I planted them kind of late, so just to see. But they coming up now. I was like, oh, okay, look at they coming up. I'm getting some in there. That's okay. So I can get off and enjoy some of my summertime out here in my little oasis. Then I got to stay in the patio. I just got money some new rugs, but I got to stay in the patio now. So it's been a year. It's nice and cozy and quiet. Girl, it's quiet. I don't be getting no noise back here. It's quiet. But I got to get my gazebo back up on the deck because, it brings a little bit more privacy in your backyard when I'm sitting out here and want to read or something. Now I'm really going to need a little privacy. Skinny dipping in my little hot tub spa. Yeah. I don't know what my electricity bill going to look like behind it, but we'll see. Water bill goes up a little bit, and so does the electricity from the running the air and things like that. But you just got to adjust your finances so that you don't have to complain about it, but can also enjoy it and suffer, from hardship on running your stuff. So, but I'm gonna step back in the house. Teddy gonna follow me because I ain't playing with him. So, but I wanted to say Happy Father's Day in case I don't come on to all of the fathers out there and the mothers who plays the father role. That's what's up. I noticed that it's gotten pretty quiet out here, Capone. What is going on? Are we gonna get hit with the magic stick? What's going on? Nobody has nothing to say. Are all the arguments died down? Everybody must, be okay with everybody because ain't nobody calling nobody no beer and no dog and no heifers and da da da. Yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody. So I wanted to get that out because I am about to travel this weekend just for a little while. It's not too far, but it's far. I'll probably go live when I get there. So, other than that, I want to pop on, you know, try to come on a little bit more to get our people that was coming on back in the chat to talk about some things. But I don't think that there's a lot of people on, on the YouTube that's watching and following and having any opinions about anything except for Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope be having her words for everybody, girl. Whoever says something about them postings and stuff of hers, whether if they, I don't know if they're on Instagram or X or what, but I be like, why is this girl still in the retaliating mode, to people that expresses speculations and their opinions, honey? But she be like, come on, why she be over there? She be like, don't get mad at me because I got the facts or, this or that or the truth is in your face. And I was like, I always used to tell myself it's one thing self-supporting R. Kelly, but it's a whole different damn ball game when you make a choice to go into the defense mode against other people who have their opinions about R. Kelly. It's a whole different ball game, It's like it's a waste of time. It's like you're not gonna win the battle, and the point that you're going or you're trying to make, I guess, is self-satisfying. I don't know, but honey, I be looking kaleidoscope shit'll pop up down my thread, and I be like, and she still continues to win her battle by using a whole bunch of pictures, right? Scrambled pictures everywhere. I've been watching it too. I've been watching it on Lil Woody today. I don't know. I think he's in a what they call a catch 22, right? I really do. I think that he switches mode from what I was hearing out here on the street, that he was, some type of snitch guy. But he switches from the snitch mode to defense mode for himself. You know, it's like this may have went down, but I can't tell you the truth of a lot of stuff that went down. And the way that he went to describe how, the investigators were brawling on him about information that he kept saying that, hell, I didn't know. But since you guys wanted to know, are you going to keep pressuring me about knowing and then threatening me about whether if it's my life that's going to be gone or I take down somebody else? And, he expressed how he went into panic mode, a shock mode. Because he said basically, like, shit, if I spit, he was surrounded by a bunch of cops. So I think that the puzzling question that came about in the court today was, to me, this is one of the most important questions that was asked. I can understand why he answered it that way. And the question was, why, if he was lying to the poll investigators about everything, why did that other young man, what's his name, Nut or something, or is that somebody name, whoever name he told, something like that, why was he the guy that came into mind for him to say so? Why did you blame it on him? So then you have the attorney going all into about the length of their friendship, or the length of when did they meet, was it, so, and then it's like it's so long ago, and they do expect for you to remember a lot of details about a situation that Peanut, yeah, Peanut. So I don't, I understand his testimony. I do. It's almost like, they put him in a position, like he said, to make a choice. Either you're going to, go do this time and do this if we don't get what we want, or you're going to give us who we really want. And I was listening to a program, and I heard the young lady say that, oh, oh my God, like, he's snitching on his friends, right? He's snitching on his friends. And when I heard that, I had a question to myself, about that. And I was like, you have to literally put yourself in the person's shoes. You have to really feel what this person is going through. And everybody knows, well, most of the people knows, when you do have the baby, when you have the significant other, when you have your mom still out there alive, your dad, nieces, nephews, and things in which we call part of our lives, family. A lot of people just can't position themselves to even dream about, I'm going to be away from my family people, for quite some time. A lot of them can't handle that. And it was like, he said he chose his family. Then they went on to drill him about the shooter, right? It's like, well, who shot at you? And he said that he kept telling them that he didn't know. But because he did not give them the answer that they wanted, he decided to throw that guy's name, out there, in real time. To me, I think that as much as he was stating how much these police officers were driving down on him for every little thing, I think that they were gonna, probably get the guy, that, he mentioned. And then, yeah, Like I said the other day, though, Capone, I really do believe, I want to believe, especially after that exporte situation, I want to believe that that boy is in protective custody. He's in protective custody right now. I really do. I don't think, here's why I don't think any more harm would come his way is because it would be too easy. To me, it would be too easy um, to gather a suspect on if it sways that way. If it sways that way where this boy ends up with the harm done to him, whether if it's by a bullet or a brawl, it's so easy um, to find the targets of him because all all of them are being introduced by names or association and things in the courtroom now. This government, they know that what he's doing could cause him death or harm. He knows what he's doing could cause him death and harm, but he chooses his family over that. And sometimes, if I can speak on gender, sometimes being a male, it comes a time where you got to step up to be a man. So I think that the same aspect of it, he's clearly showing that, hey, I'm a man and I'm not scared of anybody. That's just kind of how I look at it. Yeah, he's taking one hell of a chance, but if the government put him or places him in this position, I'm sold on this boy is in protective custody somewhere. That's just how I feel about, him. I clicked around on a few channels and I do hear or I do read where people find it a little funny about the way that he delivers his testimony. And that may well be because he did state that he special ed, right? However, common sense will always have its placement over ignorance, if that makes sense to you. Now, he may not be as articulate in his words. He may not be articulate in math. He may not be articulate in putting the stories together the way that people would like to receive it so that they can clearly understand what he's saying. But to him, he's making perfect sense. And there's a lot of things, even though he's doing a lot of deflecting and he can't remember or what you mean, he knows what it means. If that boy can sit up there and tell this attorney, listen here, I lied about almost every damn thing because they were pressuring me. I gave them what they wanted to hear. And if what I had to give them kept me out of jail, oh well, it is what it is. A lot of people, period, with ooh and ah, But you put all of those people in that boy's shoes under that type of pressure like that, not knowing whether if you're going to live tomorrow or just have a measly brawl behind it, or people that just turn away from you and just hate you now, never want to talk to you about or have you around, then he and I look at it like you got to think above the surface level. The attorney asked him, well, if you felt like that you told the truth about some things, how do you or why do you feel that the truth was going to, let you free or have you locked up? And basically he wasn't clear with his answer, but to me what he was saying, I was in a damn if I don't and a damn if I do. Had if I told him the damn truth, you still was gonna do something to me. So my first instinct was to, you know what, lie about everything. However, with him lying, now it has, or it had, all of his acquaintances or associates or whatever they are to him looking at him sideways, because that's the first thing that will come to us. Man, this, this nig down there snitching on us, man, this shit is foul. But yet then, those people are not sitting in his position right now. Some of them will take the L, but sitting in the court of law when you're being questioned and coming up here next week, I'm guessing that they're the attorney is getting ready to rest and switch the seat now over to the what is it, the defense over there, right? And how many over there? He's got to go through how many attorneys? He's got to go, and all of them are just going to repeat basically all of the same stuff, but in a different form. They're just going to repeat it. And he's going to keep giving this show that I lied about stuff. I don't know. She asked him, well, you were arrested on a gun charge, right? And first he can't remember, well, when was it? Basically, what he's doing to her is making sure that when you ask me something, he's making her ask me in a way that I can understand, put it on the record. What date are you talking about? What time are you talking about? What area are you talking about? He's making sure that he gets the question to him clear as hell. He is, so that he's got time to think about it. Okay, what am I going to say? And woo, woo, woo. Now, him over there at that children's center or whatever center that was, he stayed there. He was playing basketball. So I had no damn gun in my hand. The next thing we know, we find out it was some damn, he had a chopper. But what did they do? They came right back and put that freaking gun on him, and learning out here on the YouTube streets, he eventually ended up beating that charge because they didn't get the gun off of him. And so he ain't too bright, but he sure in the hell ain't done. Oh, you think he may have a few more days for the defense? But that's all she's doing, is just repeating and repeating and repeating. And when they're repeating and repeating and changing the question, but it's technically, the question that's looking for the same answer, she's just trying to catch him up on lies. And they need him to obviously convince this juror, and he's doing a horrible job. He's got mixed Kool-Aid over here and some mixed Kool-Aid over there, giving it to this woman. What I liked about her today, though, Capone, she was more patient today. Don't you think that she was like, well, okay, she's sorry about that. I'll read. So she was, now you got to watch, because that could be her tactic now. But she's humbled herself today quite well with him today, so that he did not become irate. He was just, his breathing never changed. He wasn't shifting. He wasn't yarning too much. He wasn't throwing his eyeballs to the top of to the ceiling or none of that. So to me, she regained back his attention by changing up her character. She didn't attack him, and she was like understanding him. If he says, well, what do you mean? Can you repeat? And she did that in a very humble way. And I was like, okay. So now maybe she'll get some things out of him that she was she's looking for. And she did that, especially when it came to the gun part of Q&A of it, It's like, well, yeah, then they put it on me. This is what they did. This is what they do. It's like, shit, I couldn't even spit. And then here they would coming around me to take me in. So he's got two situations going on, in my opinion. And one of it is I got to do what I got to do to obviously go on living out here without any harm being done to me. And then also, I got to find a way while I'm sitting up here as a witness to keep myself from, going to jail. So that's kind of how they got him, in this compromising position that he's in, and that's got to be tough. So, hey, Harlem, hon. Yes, honey, TGIF. Yes, Lord. But I'm getting ready to get back on the highway for a little bit, but I'll be back Sunday sometime. But, so it's I guess it's interesting. Now, let's talk about this darn. Because I've been trying. Well, I started to look it up, but then I got busy in my training today, you guys, and it's going well. I've packed in so much in the last 4 days, because I started Tuesday. 4 days, you guys, I've packed in so much of my training. It's going well. I think that, it should pan out not too difficult for me, and mostly not too stressful, because I've been doing it for quite some time now. So, but it's just a little bit more extra to it. So I had to break down and get a calendar book, because it's so much. I got to write down. I got to do it. You got to remember that. You got to remember that. You got to fax this. You got to do this. You got to email this. You got to get this. You got to do this report. Do this. You got to go argue this. You got to get this. You got to go, and then you got to get this. You got to get to step 2. You got to get step 3. You got, oh my God. But you know. I'm ready for it. I learned that you can do almost anything with controlling your breathing, staying humble, staying on track with a lot of things, and keeping things in a priority fashion. Just number everything out. Boom, 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 dum, dum, dum. On this day, dum, 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 dum. And staying organized, basically. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. So, whew, that was a lot of training though this week, and I'm so glad. Even though it doesn't stop, because I have to do self training, so I'm here. So now I'm able to work from a lot of stuff at home. I've gotten a lot of stuff on my external hard drive that I'm able to now move around with and plug it up and go into it and kind of memorize where this file is at, this file, and it's a lot of them, y'all. So, but back to our little chit chat. Thank you, girls, for popping in and hanging out with me as usual. Harlem is always here. Thank you, boo. And Capone, appreciate it. So, Miss Merchant, what do y'all think about Miss Merchant? I know yesterday I was like, I kind of like her, but then I don't like her. So, what they're about to fight about now, we'll argue about or fact check about, is whether if Brian Steele, if Judge Granville has dotted his I's and crossed his T's, according to the contempt charge, right? Locking this man up. Whether if it was on the basis of Brian Steele positioned in a criminal part of it or the civil part of it. I'm not sure if Granville was putting those two together, because he did state to Miss Ashley Merchant that, it's criminal. Miss Ashley Merchant went to bring out her resources of a statue And I remember the Granville asking her, well, how old is that, And that's one part that I kind of want to pay attention to. And she brought back one that was a lot older. He brought back and stated a statute that was quite new. So I don't know if what he has, because, is going to supersede what she brought into the courtroom that day. But that's one part of it that I am very curious about, because he did went and found something, that sounds like it may have superseded what Ashley Merchant has to continue to have this content hold on Brian Steele, right? So I want to know. Like that's what I want to wait on, that part right there. So I like her, but I find her, being a lot extra, and I do know that, I am aware that her job is there to make sure that, Brian Steele due process rights is not violated, and keeping the courts and the judge in order with the way that the law is intended to do so for people that is placed with charges on them. So I don't understand all of that, but it's interesting. Hey, I keep my eyes on Miss Merchant. I keep my eyes on Miss Merchant, right? Because Miss Merchant is up under, not up under literally like that, but she fights under the Trump administration. All that Trump stuff, right? So I keep my eye on that, right? Because the Judge Granville is, up under the DA Fannie Willis administration, all that stuff go together, right? So you got to know that it's going to be a little bit vengeance there, right? Because Merchant was always what, after the Fannie Willis. Her job was to, well, not her job. She chose it as her job to, bring down Fannie Willis. Fannie Willis is serving another 4-year term, so they didn't do much. What? Get in here. You did what?
Left my keys in the bag. I want to go back and get them when we need to leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna be ready in 5 minutes.
I need to be there at 7 in the morning.
Okay.
What you doing now, Jackie? Come on.
I'm talking. Hold on.
Okay, let me know. Talk to
Hold
me.
on.
Talk to me when you get off the phone.
Okay. Talking to Harlem right now.
Talk to me when you get off the phone.
Okay. Oh, matter of fact, I could do two things at once. Let me go downstairs and get this bag. That's what I would do.
Can you bring the car while I drag your stuff?
You're welcome. So this merchant, she has the hot mouth for the Fannie Willis and went into. Okay, I think it might have went off because I came downstairs. But she gonna have. I did always use you. She gonna have that same kind of hot mouth and stuff now coming after Judge Granville over this darn Brian Steele, because she has already positioned herself up over the on the DA over there in Fulton County. Now, I told you I wasn't going to be long anyway, because I got to get ready to throw some clothes in the bag and get on this highway. But let me say this, and then I'm going to go. First of all, I love you girls, and thanks for showing up, and I appreciate that. So, but I watch a whole lot of the public out here with their pointing the fingers to people about, to the DA about this and the DA about that. What the fuck is in here? What is that in there?
How to use it to palm on.
Oh, you want that? Okay. I got the bag. But I kind of had a question. with all of the finger pointing, right? Which was crazy to me because everybody be like, Fannie Willis this, Fannie Willis that, blah, blah, blah. Now, if she's the DA, right? The DA has a position of going over charges or, whatever, and getting them presented ready for finding the probable cause or whatever, I believe, to present this stuff to grand juror. Grand juror goes in, makes a decision, kind of like with Kim Fox, right? Make a decision on whether if a person needs to go in front of a grand jury with all investigating materials, and then they'll say, well, yep, we think that this person needs to be indicted. But before that, there's usually what we call a police report. Someone has been arrested. This is what they wrote in the police report. Police finds all of its evidence, do its job. Okay? The DA looks it over. Or maybe the DA might have seen something criminal happening or whatever, and, or then heard something about somebody and sent somebody to investigate and say, no, this is criminal behavior. But as I watch the general public out here point fingers and point fingers, and it's like, she didn't do the arrest. I was listening to one guy saying that there was still over 11,000, at least 11,000 of inmates that has not had a trial or has not had a bond, things like that. And usually it's the people that cries wolf the most to me. It's usually the people that may have somebody that is sitting there waiting to make bond or have their case heard, right? And it was so weird because I was watching McAfee on some show, one live, and I sat and I watched that man pull up how many cases he had went through since Fannie Willis had been in office. And it was a lot. You got people up in there that can't make bond because they don't have the money. You have some people up in there that can't get assistance as far as an attorney. Some of them can't afford an attorney. You got a shortage of attorneys everywhere. You even have a shortage of judges to preside a lot of cases everywhere. But I get it. Everybody has to point the finger and the blame on somebody as if they're humans and they can make a miracle happen, and sometimes we can't. And being in those political positions like that, I didn't realize that it has to be tough, but sometimes people just don't deserve it, but we have nothing else better to do or to say but to point the finger. Then I went to my devil's advocate mode. Okay, well, let's take Fannie Willis out of the position. Let's take the grand jury out of their position. Let's not have it. Let's just let the states, the world, just do what it is to do. You want to go and fight? You want to go break the law? You want to go blow up somebody's house? You want to go do killing? But we don't want to go to jail. Just want to have it our way. I think that, and I don't know Fulton County or Georgia or nothing like that, but with everybody crying wolf, I'm like, she should let them out. Let them all out. And I like to use her words. But when the crime picks up, or if it's your daughter that got the R, or your son that got shot in the head, and you want justice, it's like, don't call me. That's my devil's advocate mode. These people that I be watching on in the chats pertaining to the Fannie Willis thing, even as I listen to Ashley Merchant. Ashley Merchant is not going to save you from a guy walking up to you, putting a gun to your head, or sexually assaulting you. She's not. She's just like all of the other people out here working for a paycheck. And the first thing that matters in their lives is the same thing that matters in yours, and that's your family. The first person. For example, if Capone, if you're still here, if you go back to the live that Ashley Merchant, what was it? That would be day before yesterday. And Ashley Merchant is standing up in there speaking to Judge Granville. You watch that very careful. And it's not just only her, right? She came down there for Brian Steele, right? Now, mind you, what's his name on the stand? What's that boy name? Woody. Woody is on the stand. Woody just fired the attorney that was representing him. The attorney is placed up in there to protect him under his constitutional rights, regardless if he's a witness or not. The attorney asked to recuse herself. I want to be removed. At first she was denied it, then she was granted. This boy is testifying under oath as a witness without representation. So he has nobody up in there to tell him, well, I do hear people on the defense side, so I could be wrong, I don't know, saying objection. And I do hear Judge Grandview saying either sustain or he'll admit the objection, right? They have not shown on camera who that person is. I'm interested in knowing because somebody is standing up over on the defense side saying whether if they object to a question of what the prosecuting lady is saying. I'm very interested in knowing who that is because if that person is objecting to some of the questions being asked at him, I guess my question is he without representation or is he? Or can they do that? Because to me, that would be his attorney, right? Your attorney is the one that would be objecting, to certain things of what the witness is being drilled on. But the camera never goes on the person who is objecting certain things. I like to see who that is. Before he fired the attorney, or before, if not anything, it seemed to me that that's where some type of sidebar should have happened with the defense and the prosecutor and the judge, making Woody aware that he has nobody in here to defend his rights. He was like an open fucking casket. Like, you can just stab at me even though I'm dead. You can just keep stabbing at me however you guys want to. So, I don't know. You say Glenview is no different than Donnelly. He knew the defense had a right to know what was happening. I totally agree with you on that. I agree. However, this man is the chief judge with a long history of schooling. right? All of these cameras are on him. And I understand that people will try to place a deuce, you know, on a 10 on a 2. I get that. I get it. So, since we saw it, a lot of the world saw it, where that may be corrupt if all of these other people have been able to get away with it. There's a good damn chance that he just may be able to get away with it. I think that so many elite people, so many minority people, I'm going to call us the minority people, has no greater chance of stopping some corruption. We can stop, stop some, but not all of it. Not all of it. And now that they're saying that, he's, up underneath the Fannie Willis, right? Fannie Willis just got another term to do. And I don't think that she's going to come out and show out that she's going to bag him up and to a certain extent, um, to bring more problems on her. I don't know. It's just awkward and it's just kind of weird. But like I say, he brought out a statue too. So now it's going to be a battle of the statues at the Supreme, I guess, of the appellate to see which one would stand. In the meantime, since the appellate courts up there probably didn't have time to get deeply involved in all of the note taking behind the court recorder. They don't need all of that, to make a final decision on what to do to, or if they choose to do anything to this judge. I don't know. And the world is in an uproar. But then what is his record? Everybody makes it sound as if like this is a pattern of his, which I don't know, but they're going to have to go and dig into a hole. And let's just say hypothetically that it is. Do you know how many other inmates or whatever are going to probably try to find some technicality that in their paperwork or this or whatever, and hopefully make themselves a clause to get up out of jail. Like they can do that. It's like one door will open up the other door and open up another door. And through one of those doors, it's almost probably 5 out of 100 that it's going to work for. It's going to work for it. It's like the laws. It didn't work. The Obama got in there, did something with the laws. Some of the people got out. Trump got in, did something with the laws. Some people got released. A whole bunch of stuff. And I can't call the name of it. My guy could call the name of all of that stuff, right? He knows the law pretty good. But, I don't know. You said the same way Donnelly should have called a mistrial with when Robert stuff was, yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally agree with you. And that still may happen. But like I say, it's going to take for the appeal to kind of go through everything to see, if the mistake that he made, see, to most of the general population out here, we never seen nothing like this before. What in the hell? And see, we only hear with Merchant coming up in there that, there's a statute. It does states that, whenever you decide to have this exporte, that all parties should be involved. However, like the judge did say, he wasn't worried about who said what. He wasn't worried about that. He didn't. He said, I didn't ask him what was said, how it was said. None of that. He just wanted a name. So we got to be careful. If he's not worried about it and he didn't want to hear about it because he was there, he knows. And the court reporter is there. Now, I don't know if they can go and start striking some off the court report. I don't know if she can go back and he can have her remove some things or redact it, or blacken it out or whatever. But if it's wrong, the appeal will see it. If it's wrong, then and the court reporter continues to not wanting to say some things about it, and that can be her job. She can lose her stuff. Now you got to ask, is she willing to lose her livelihood, her job, to save someone else's job? Yeah, it can be real deep, but he speaks as if he's not worried about it. They wasn't really talking about nothing much in there. Now, the speculation that was put out here to the public was he was probably intimidated. Are you gonna do this? Cause you said, cause we already done held you into contempt, and next thing, yeah, But who knows? Nobody knows the truth to that yet until they decide to release what the court reporter has. Nobody knows what was said in there. So that's why I think that he sits up there, with, well, now his shoulders are kind of sinking and, he's gotten humble a little bit. He let the court proceedings go on today. He didn't do much interjection about nothing. And that's that. If I think that to be a chief judge and if he realizes, and he's probably gotten all the phone calls from everybody that he needed to have to point out whether if what he did was misappropriate, and not right according to the law. I mean, today would have been a perfect time for him to recuse himself from this case and then go ahead and declare them their mistrial. Could have done that. Hey, Robin. Hey. So you say, have I listened to other attorneys? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. But like I say, I have my criminal intent pinned on my dashboard. And while I'm riding, probably get into to see, read more about criminal contempt and then the civil contempt and teach myself the differences between two and how they are handled. And I'm sure it's very easy to pull up the process of what the judge can and cannot do in an ex parte procedure. So, hi, Rat. How are you? Yeah. So, but yeah, that little part of it, was kind of juicy. I was like, oh boy, However, I still watch his Miss Merchant because Miss Merchant has been on a roll with doing her due diligence against Fannie Willis. But like I say, we take Fannie Willis out of the position, take grand juries out of the position, take the cops out of the position. And we all sit out here, and I use that word very lightly with the we, because I'm just don't want to single myself out and believe that there is no criminal or criminalizing people in this world that should not, be in jail, then we're mistakenly wrong. And if we don't have a person in place to slow down the criminal activity out here, because it'll never go away, but to slow it down, and then what do we want? We're so more the world, the general people out here was so focused on that Fanny had a relationship more so than what is the statistics of the crime rate in Fulton. To me, that would be the most important thing to do because the judge Clearly, McAfee satisfied what needed to be satisfied when it came to Trump. One or the other has to recuse themselves from that case. And that man took himself off the case. He was Ashley Merton said he wasn't qualified. He only been in the position longer. Somebody got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. There is this thing in life that's called self training, trainers. They're out there. You don't have to. I wouldn't want to think that you would, need all of this old PhD and, to be trainers. People are well self sufficient to be trained enough to be in a position. So I hate the fact that, well, I don't want to say hate. I just know that that's one of the factors that are out there when it comes to particular type of positions. It's almost like, you want to run for president. Why would you apply for president when you don't know any jack thing about being a president, right? However, if you done got somebody that done had somewhat of knowledge, of the law, then took the bar, and they know it, they just might be a person that you could say, oh, I'm gonna get you trained, get you in there, teach you the ropes, and then that person, do the best to their ability of providing services and of that job. But unfortunately, that's just the world that I think that I think and how I think but and I understand the whole concept of no, that ain't how it go. Why does the law continue to break the law to win? Because it's a whole financial game. It's a whole financial game. The same reason why I'm sitting out here listening to people say, that's just my opinion though, Capone. It's all financial game. Money makes the world fight regardless and of whatever team it's on. If this is how we got to do all of the disgrace against the law or for the law or whatever to get the millions over here, we gonna do it. If this is what we got to do over here to win this baseball team, we need 12 more balls. We gonna get 12 more balls. It's just the way a freaking life is. Do we like it? No. But I was listening to somebody say, well, Biden on the show driving home, Biden and the gas price has been up since Biden. Gas prices been up since Trump. The gas prices was going up and down with Obama. The gas prices was going up and down with who else was in there? Hillary. The gas prices was going up and down with who was before him? Every damn body. I ain't never seen the gas prices in my years of living and since I've been driving where the gas prices have stayed steady for 3 years. Name a year. Name a year where we have paid $1.99 for gas for 10 years straight. Name one. Under who? Because if it was out there, I don't remember. I can remember paying $2.99 this year for about 2 months. I remember paying $1.89 back in 1991 for a month. I, so I'm like, what are they talking about? Everything that we go through or where our complaints are has happened under every freaking administration since I've been born. And I'm like, hey, just shit is crazy. However, but that's just my little story that I had to throw in there. But Miss Merchant, she's trying to make a name for her. You know, she's making top dollars. She's making good money. But God forbid if the umbrella ever closes on her where somebody feels like digging inside of her and her husband's finances to find out, whatever. Because it's always somewhere where those that are trying to be so perfect and not even realizing that you're making a mistake somewhere. But to them in their world, they're living perfect, ain't doing nothing wrong. But it's going to take an outsider to find that mistake, and then the exposure will be on you. It's not on her right now because she's got this big old chant behind her about, yeah, get Fannie, take Fannie down. Fannie shouldn't have never put the RICO on Trump. The world fell apart about that. when I'm sitting here knowing that, wait a minute, Trump, I don't think that that's legal. Wait a minute, Trump. Why would you and oh God, help me with that man name again, Harleman Capone, the older man, 87 years old, his attorney, I forgot his name, sent those people and blamed that black American family, that young black woman and the young and her mother, they won the lawsuit against him, but then he filed bankruptcy, you know. What to come on TV and demise and accuse those two women for doing something with the votes up under the table, then the video shows clearly something different. Like, what? Are you serious? What you say, creature? My mama just told me that my grandpa is my dad. You know what? Then they shouldn't have been fucking, creature. Because if they been over there fucking and your mama fucking your daddy fucking your sister over there on your uncle, y'all family just all fucked up. Ain't shit you can do about it. Just don't repeat it. Don't have your ass out there fucking your sister and the dog and the bird and the auntie and the uncle. Then you won't have those problems. Whatever them problems that didn't happen before you done start fucking or whatever, let them problems stay right where the fuck they at. And you move the fuck on and make shit right. That's it. See how easy that shit is? And you go tell who told you this? Your mama and your grandpa that you don't want no part of that motherfucking crazy ass shit and keep that shit away from you. And you gonna go and do fucking right. That's it. Don't even claim them no more. Don't even claim them. If you don't want to be part of that old mixed fucked up ass shit your mama done told you about your grandpa, tell your mama shut the fuck up. Just tell her shut the fuck up. You don't want to hear that shit. That ain't no normal shit that you tell and do. And then you go fix that shit. Don't deuces up at your mama. Tell her when hear that shit. You don't wait till how old is you? You're probably 20. Tell her that she shouldn't have waited till you was 20 years old. As a matter of fact, take all they asses to court and sue the fuck out of them. Every last one. Your mama, your grandpa, the dog, the bird, sue everybody for about it. And for my advice, and because you going to win, I want 10% of your goddamn fucking $1 million. Sue for $1 million. Tell them you're fucked up in the head right now. Well, let me tell you this, creature. If you can come in here and tell me that bullshit, I know you could tell your mama. Tell your mama. What she gonna do? She gonna tell you shut the fuck up? Tell her to shut the fuck up. Tell your mama shut the fuck up that bullshit. Yeah, you're probably 14 out in the street and kicking it with your buddies, coming in all late and shit any damn way. You gonna sit over there like you been obedient to your mama. Creature. You need to cut that shit out. Now, get on up out of here. Thanks for coming and hit the damn like button for my advice. Okay. Where's Sheila at? Sheila. Hey, love. He said, this right, girl, because I'm going to give it to you straight, creature. Ain't no damn chasing over here. You know, sometimes the only way to clean up some bye-bye love, bye, creature. Only way you can clean up some bullshit is to tell the damn truth. Now, go tell your mama what the fuck I said. And if she don't like it, tell her to hit the link. What, Lavelle? I know I'm crazy. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. When you tell the truth, though, Lavelle, you gonna automatically sound crazy. That's just part of life. But hell, she brought that shit to me. I know if she can address me about it, she sure in the hell can address her mama. Tell your mama that Papu said you don't want to hear that shit. So close out of here. That's what she need to do. Love you too, Lavelle. Oh, shit. that the truth, though, Lavelle? I'm telling you. That's what's wrong with her. Be too damn weak. You want this shit. Come over here. Her mama said that her granddaddy is her. What she say? What did Creature say? Hold on. Creature said, my mama told me, my mama told me that my grandpa is my dad. Take that shit to court. She might as well. We got a whole bunch of bullshit ass cases up in the courtroom any damn way. She might well add that to the list. Taxpayers' money. I'm so sick of hearing that too, though, y'all. I've been hearing that for centuries. It's wasted taxpayers' money. Then stop paying your damn taxes because the court system ain't gonna never end. And I'm sorry to tell you that that's how it runs, off of taxpayers' money. Everybody in the goddamn world has a complaint, a reason, justification to sue a motherfucker. Period. You slap me, I'm suing you. I'm looking at all of these people, you know, after the Cardi B situation, everybody wants to sue. I'm suing. I'm suing you. I'm suing you. The only thing, you see, I'm going to tell you this. Suing a motherfucker that you know ain't got no goddamn money, a job, nothing, no assets, no nothing. It gonna do what for you? Most of the shit, if you do a garnishment, a judgment, is sitting on the record for 10 years. Well, if they done went 20 years with no job, no money, no nothing for you to get, the fuck, all I would want, just stay the fuck away from me. But everybody want to sue you. Sue you, sue you, sue you. I feel like this at some point. You brought your ass in the game with no fucking money and got fucking hot mouth, this hot mouth, that. You can fight, whatever. Then you leave out the fucking game with no money. That's how the fuck I feel about it. But nope, you gotta be careful. Because motherfuckers will set you up, put you in something, or they'll come in the game already with the blueprints. Already with the blueprints. But when you don't know the game psychologically, they'll get your ass. You got to know when they playing the fucking games and putting the fucking ball in their court. Okay, for the 3-pointer. Yeah. To take your ass down. That's why sometimes it's okay to take the tap out button. Tap the fuck out. Tap out. That's all you gotta do. Because they'll have you in court for real. For what? Then waiting on a paycheck. And God forbid if you file bankruptcy.
Couple of underwear.
Yeah, I got you. I just need to know what sweats you want.
I'm on the way.
Hold on, y'all. Smoky, smoky. I got you. Yeah, so that, that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel about all of what I pretty much done said tonight. We gonna have all this darn oorah stuff out here. But
Keep a thousand and hundreds and slide it in your thousand out and hundreds and stash it in your purse. And the other part put under the kitchen sink.
okay. Holla block. So y'all just need to be careful. Everybody needs to be careful because people will come with the agenda. People will leave with trying to, execute their agenda and becoming successful in it, and that it sucks, especially in this, over in this here community because so much went on. Everybody was arguing, beefing, bringing up everybody's stuff, information, you name it. It went down over here, And, now we're watching where you got several people, is tied up in the court system or possibly will be heading into court, which is going to be pretty much the same stuff that everybody is out here speculating, delivering their propaganda on this YSL, case or the Ernesto case or the case that Dennis Byron is over there trying to stir up out here. That is something that I could never understand, y'all. Y'all help me understand. If you've done something in life, right? You've done something. You know it wasn't right. You probably had to go stand trial for it. Whether if you got your ticket and you from driving you're guilty, or you had a fight and you did 2-3 days and you got a fine for that. Just whatever, right? Whatever the case, you've done something. And I always tell y'all, sometimes that is what makes YouTube a tad bit difficult for me. I did some things. I had a fight. I done been to court getting up out of a traffic ticket, a whole bunch of stuff, right? So I had to ask myself, well, who in the hell am I to be on somebody else? Who the hell am I to try to blast somebody else's business? You ever think about that? Who am I?
That box of Trulicity in there.
Yeah.
My medicine, make sure it's 4 of them in there. Put
Yeah.
in the Ziploc bag.
So it does become a little bit of my struggle. And that's the truth coming from me. Because I always who the hell am I? Who am I? Can't do it. And now I clearly understand why a lot of people use the word, karma. Karma gonna get you. Karma gonna get you. And I saw Bookham post something up about karma. And he used Judge Lennon Weber's name from a posting that somebody put up to notify the people that he had passed away at 87. This is pure ignorance to me, but that's just me. And I'm entitled to say so. He says that karma has, I guess, struck again, right? I'm guessing he's saying that, ha ha ha. So Judge Lemon Webber, it's his turn because he put his name or he tried this case over R. Kelly. Okay? And I'm saying to myself, this got to be the most ignorant shit that I done seen posted up today. Not thinking that could have just been his age. Or he probably have had health conditions, all of that stuff early on in his life. But yet then, because he took this and tried R. Kelly's case, unfortunately, there were some things that he should have not done, he shouldn't have did, but R. Kelly had an attorneys that was also, semi not right with mitigating his freaking case to Lennon Webber, right? All the stuff man played. But to say that someone has gotten their karma, I don't know if I can rock with that. I really don't. I don't want to rock with that. It's like, what are you saying? This man died because he didn't free R. Kelly? We all wanted R. Kelly free. All wanted it. But R. Kelly chose his attorneys. He chose his attorneys to go in there to fight. And under that attorney group of people, I can remember Bookham being in ties with them, Greenberg and what's that other man name from New York? Something about the defense fund and stuff. Y'all remember that, right? So for somebody to say that, this karma, is sticking them all. I don't know how long his tongue may go or stretch or whatever. But karma just might strike there too. And I don't even believe in karma. It's just, there's no time on it. Nobody can place a time on when it's your time for karma. But there was no way in hell under or dealing with R. Kelly should nobody, absolutely nobody, been able to pick up the fucking phone and call an attorney where R. Kelly was the top freaking case out here in the United States, right? And start throwing in a whole bunch of ass bullshit. For instance, he's something like a pops to me. He is. When the fuck y'all live together? Fuck he did. Oh, he paid. Get the fuck on. Telling shit that was so fucking irrelevant to R. Kelly's being R. Kelly or Robert Sylvester Kelly Jr. that it didn't make no motherfucking sense. There was a whole bunch of other stuff that I couldn't understand. Couldn't understand that fucking ignorancy at all. Ignorant. I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand. I sit up and then I watch at that time ago. Kaleidoscope just post. Bias. And the person that allegedly that she's close to socially on the media out here would never call out his shit. Says he's done absolutely nothing the fuck wrong. That's how you know not to intertwine yourself with the bias ass motherfucker. You just don't do it. If you can't see it from both sides and you can only call out one, nah, that's wrong. Wrong one to fuck with. And you gonna call out my shit, and I'm in here and I'm beefing and I'm arguing with Sheila, you gonna call out me and Sheila shit where we were wrong at because you'll never conclude a situation. You don't have to call them all. Call it not just because of the person that you like or you're defending or you want to ride with or portraying that you got a person's back. But we'll see how that plays out. Because allegedly, and if it ever happens, and the Bookham and the Sylvia gets in the fucking courtroom, sometime sooner, maybe later, I don't know. But I'll be right the fuck here for it. Sure the fuck will. No, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Right? Because I'm going to report every fucking thing that comes out on that fucking case. That shit there's on top list of my shits and giggle fucking to-do list. But however, and let's just hypothetically say that, you know what? They may find Bookham situation. Bookham hot mouth down there and find himself in contempt too. 20 days. Do y'all really think that Kaleidoscope is about to leave her territory and do all this shit to come get this nigga out? I don't. I don't. I don't. I think that she just found somebody to hide behind. Her method is cool because you can't get, you really don't. She doesn't do live, so she doesn't have to rebuttal. She rebuttal backs with her upper and lower case and emojis. And it just irks me to death. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but I know that if I was R. Kelly's legal counsel out here, I definitely would be seeing to it that she would stop posting those pictures up with the alleged of a R. Kelly image in that goddamn wooden ass fucking house, naked, with already propaganda out here for many years that there was a minor. It's like if you would stop it, it will go away. If you keep giving the people the image, the propaganda of that allegation will still stand. And you keep giving it. She keeps giving it. She keeps giving it. Why is it so important to keep giving it? I can't understand that to save my life. I really can't. It's confusing. But like she posted on her post, you all understand that she got the facts and this is what the fuck it is. Like, what the fuck are you telling? Stop telling some shit. And it can't do it. It's fucked up. Could he have pretty much had a good 90% chance of winning these cases? Most definitely. And all people had to do was just follow one motherfucking rule, and that was shut the fuck up. Stop fucking fighting. Stop with the propaganda. What you think, what you heard, what I saw. Elaborating off of a sentence that didn't end in a period. Shut the fuck up. But they couldn't. Really couldn't. So it got sad, got sickening out here. Because we're talking amongst a whole bunch of goddamn people that never even lived in the fucking house with this damn man. Never even traveled more than a fucking 100 miles anywhere with this man. Couldn't understand that shit. But they want to tell your fucking life. That was some confusing ass shit. Couldn't show you the pictures about it. Couldn't, none of that. Just led you a rhetorical fucking story where you were supposed to believe everything that they were saying. And then if you didn't, they mad at you. Fuck you, bitch. I'm blocking you, bitch. Blah, blah, blah. All this damn crazy ass shit. I got to be a fucking bat sitting on the fucking moon if I choose to ever want to believe all of this stuff that girl sits over there and just constantly put in a goddamn kaleidoscope. Just scrambled every goddamn way. Why what am I looking for, y'all? Because I'm trying to pack and throw all this stuff together. Why am I or people even wasting time looking at something that is scrambled. If you looked inside of an actual kaleidoscope, you will come across a whole bunch of colors, right? That's what the designer did. And when he put those colors there, he also put a knob there for you to turn. And as you're turning, what he's done was make you tap into your imagination to create the design that you want or that you like. And then you get to narrate about what your vision is, what you imagine, kind of like the psychiatrist when you go in there. And I ain't never been in one, I just saw it on TV. And they hold that card up in your face. Well, what do you see? Cat, but it's not really a cat. It just kind of looks like a cat. You know, stuff like that, right? That's how she do the people out here. I can't understand how it draws that type of damn attention, but I can understand why people do come back and say some things. But then I can't understand if her story is so factual that she's put together and placed out here for hundreds and hundreds of people to fall into her belief. Why argue back with them? Think about it, people. She argues back with them, but she also tells you that she stands on her truth. The truth don't need no explanation, but she does it all the time. And I sit back and laugh my ass off. If you said what you said, then let it be. But somehow she mixed up the pudding so well that she has to keep running with what she believes will convince the people. None of the people were there. None of them was there. Neither was she. Everybody put together these stories out here. Everybody put together these stories out here, right? And the stories are for you to believe what they say. Even the news, all that stuff. Some of it, I guess you can. And the only reason why some of those things that you can be optimistic of believing them is only the ones that you may have heard a Kelly rebuttal on or stated his facts on. Because those came out of his mouth. Anything else from anybody else's mouth? Yeah, okay. If you say so. That's what they wanted to believe to have happened and all that shit. So all these years went on and, listening to the Buckums, listening to this, listening to that person and that person. I was sitting over here saying to myself, shut the fuck up. That's pretty much what I was saying to myself, but it is what it is. Now the community is absolutely mute out here. Just mute. What are they so quiet for? It's a done deal, they're thinking? Nah. Attorney Jennifer Bongini, didn't give them no attention. Only what she posts up after she has dealt with the situation behind the scenes. Mm-mm. She ain't coming out here crack-a-lacking shit. Getting people nothing. You only get to reiterate or expound off of what she's dealt with behind the scenes. Shout out to Attorney Jennifer Bongini. Yeah. Kind of sucks, though. I know Bookham hate that, though. Booker probably hates that because basically that's how he was running his show. And his show kind of, I don't want to say exploded, but elevated a little bit because he had grabbed the attention of um what's his name? Um Greenberg and all them. So yeah. Yeah, everybody wanna see I got Greenberg on the phone, I got Greenberg on the phone. And the other guy with the defense fund. The show blew up. Yep. Goddamn show blew up from behind that shit. But now, as you can see, show won't blow up because they don't have Jennifer Bonjean like that. Nope. I was laughing. Nah. You can call her up and get her on no damn phone to keep them shows going. Nope. Not at all. Imagine that. Imagine that. If only if they could, if they would have kept them damn channels skyrocketing with some more bullshit. Yep. But they couldn't. So, oh well. Oh well, all well's end well. So, but that's all I got for y'all today. Get my butt up out of here. Don't forget to hit the like button on y'all way out. It supports the channel. Gonna try to grab my spot back out here in the algorithm soon. I was having fun watching my channel go out there and people come in here and chitty chat in the chat. All that other crap going on. You know, to each his own. Whatever they looking for, you know, in these courtrooms and stuff like that. You know, so be it. But like I say, I don't know all of the Young Thug situation and all of that stuff. I just caught a little interest of hearing this Woody guy on the stand because he was slated in as a star witness. So I was interested in his testimony, and that's pretty much it. Fannie Willis is doing another 4 years. So whatever magic stick or witch broom that Trump people flew in on to do all of this to her and all of that exposing of her dating this prosecutor and money is missing and he got all that shit, that woman's still in that damn office. Still in the damn office, still doing her job. She's traveling to churches, doing her thing, trying to get more people. I think she still got to run. She got the other election that she has to run, and I think that's up against some white woman. I don't know her name. And of course, you know, that has something to do with the Trump too, blah, blah, blah. And then the super mayor, Tiffany Henyard down in Dalton, that internet has really made that story into history of her being one of the worst mayors, you know, of America, I guess. I don't know how that's possible when literally they haven't pulled up other freaking politics out here that has done some corrupt stuff too. But I rock Super Mayor for the time being until she is indicted in court to hear it that away. Who the hell knocking at the door? Okay, y'all. So y'all have a good night, TGIF, and I will talk to y'all soon.
Why you locked me out?
I didn't even realize I locked it down.
Do you have any more ginger ale?
No.